Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping right into one of the most profound, mind-bending mysteries of our entire reality. For generations, humanity has been absolutely obsessed with the how, the when, and the why of our existence. Well, we're going to look at some fascinating new perspectives that ask us to completely rethink the ultimate beginning of everything we know. We might just have to redefine the very nature of our cosmic origin.
Okay, let's dive into this. It's the ultimate question, isn't it? What existed before the Big Bang? It's the kind of question that's driven countless discoveries, endless inventions, and honestly, probably sleepless nights for anyone who's ever just stared up at a clear night sky. We all want to know the reality of our absolute beginning. But how far have we actually gotten in that massive, unending pursuit?
Right now, our scientific timeline traces everything we know, literally everything we can observe, back to this one massive number, 13.8 billion years ago. That's the moment we officially mark as the Big Bang, the definitive beginning of it all. But to really truly grasp what that specific moment means, we've got to strip away everything we see today. The trees, the planets, the galaxies, just wipe the slate completely clean.
Pure, unadulterated chaos. Particles just flying in absolutely every direction. Energy everywhere. No structure, no planets, no stars. Just intense, blinding heat. And time. It is a completely dark place. No up, no down. Just raw energy totally dominating the void. It's honestly overwhelming to even try and picture what that environment must have been like in those frantic initial moments.
But, here's where we really need to shift our perspective for a second. I want to ask you an incredibly pivotal question. Is this explosive moment of chaos, this thing from 13.8 billion years ago, actually the age of the entire universe? Or is it just the age of our specific galaxy? Think about that. That's a massive distinction. It's a distinction that literally changes absolutely everything about how we understand our cosmic history and our place in it.
Section 1. The Universal Cycle, bringing the cosmos down to Earth.
So to understand the vastness of the universe, we actually have to look at a universal truth applicable to absolutely everything: birth and death. Think about a simple tiny seed. Before it can become a magnificent towering plant, it first has to break through its hard outer shell. We see it in time-lapse videos and it looks so peaceful, right? But biologically, underneath the soil, it is a violent, dramatic struggle just for life to come into existence. The old form absolutely has to shatter so the new form can grow.
Section 2. The Conservation of Energy, the Scientific Pivot.
What if the birth of a galaxy went through a similar process as that seed? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we bridge that philosophy with hard science. Over a century and a half ago, scientists postulated the law of conservation of energy. It basically says, beautifully and simply, that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It only changes from one form to another. So let's take that foundational rock-solid rule and apply it all the way back to that completely dark, chaotic place of the Big Bang.
Section 3. Destruction as Cosmic Birth, the Paradigm Shift.
So this brings us to a major paradigm shift. If energy cannot be created from absolutely nothing, then the material for the Big Bang had to come from somewhere, right? The source introduces a stunning hypothesis. The Big Bang could actually be a supernova, essentially the massive explosion of a colossal star, or an ancient planet that had simply reached its final stage of life. By keeping that conservation of energy in mind, it completely reframes the explosion. The old view was that matter was destroyed. The new view? The explosion doesn't destroy matter permanently. Instead, it redistributes it.
That unimaginable explosion cleared out the surrounding space. It sent these massive, incredible shockwaves rippling across the dark void to purposefully create room for new stars, new planetary systems, entirely new beginnings. In this framework, destruction literally becomes creation. Death becomes birth. It's exactly like that seed violently breaking its shell to let a new plant push through the soil. The end of one cosmic entity is simply the raw material for the very next one.
Section 4. The Cosmic Family. Chaos settles into a miracle. After that monumental explosion, everything just drifted aimlessly. It was a dark, quiet waiting period in the vastness of space, with everything wandering, until the chaos finally began to settle. Let's move to and see how this builds. You have the scattered core of an old dead star or planet. Slowly, gravity does its thing, attracting new material towards stronger cosmic bodies. First, you get the formation of a new core. Then comes the gathering of floating debris, followed by swirling, mesmerizing clouds of dust and gas. And finally, what emerges from this incredibly slow, ancient sequence is nothing short of a miracle: the galaxy.
So, we've tracked the initial chaos, the immense destruction, the redistribution of ancient energy, and the miraculous, slow settling of dust into a new home. Which brings us full circle. I'll ask you again the very same question we started with. So, what existed before the Big Bang?
Everything, literally everything. The energy, the potential, the fundamental building blocks for every single thing we see around us today. It wasn't just some empty void that magically sparked into existence out of nowhere. No way. The material for our galaxy was always there. It was just waiting to be shattered, redistributed, and reborn into something entirely new. Our physical reality wasn't created out of nothing 13.8 billion years ago. It was just reshaped.
And this brilliantly illustrates the true scale of our existence. Our galaxy is the newborn baby, and the universe is family. I just love that. Our 13.8 billion-year-old home isn't the whole story. It is just the newest generation in an ancient, endless cycle of cosmic birth and death. Which leaves us with one final, awe-inspiring question to think about. If our entire galaxy is just a single newborn in this unimaginably vast, ancient cosmic family, what other magnificent beginnings are silently taking shape out there in the dark right now?